One absolute fucking joke this evening from Manchester United, getting knocked out of the League Cup by West Ham. What a load of fucking shit that these players have put on this evening. I'm really disgusted with some of these players out there this evening. It was a great opportunity for some of these players to take their opportunity, and they've not done that at all this evening, in my opinion. None of them. None of these fuckers have performed well. I know some people maybe think that I'm going to be overreacting a bit here with the fact that it is only the League Cup. Maybe Manchester United are looking at the bigger picture, but we haven't won a fucking trophy in about 5 fucking years. And we're going into this game against West Ham, who've rotated their side as well and made, I think, 10 changes. I think they made from the Sunday's game. And Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Some of these players not stepping up to the plate enough. Really disappointing. It really is. We've ended up losing 1-0, a second half which we've absolutely fucking dominated, and not been able to create enough, put enough pressure on the West Ham keeper. It's just not good enough from some of these Manchester United players. Just not good enough at all. Up front, you had nothing up front at all till maybe Mason Greenwood come on, but it was too late then. I was saying to my mate there in the text message, I would have made the substitutions. He made the substitutions that I would have made, bringing Greenwood, bringing Fernandes and Alanga on, but I would have made all 3 of them fucking substitutes at half time, because we were 1-0 down in a cup competition, and if you don't make some changes, you're going out, and which was the case. We left the substitutions too late. Greenwood come on too late, and yes, he's had an impact on the game. I think Bruno Fernandes has had a bit of an impact as well, and they were camped in their own, and they're basically almost in their own half for the last 5-10 minutes or so, and it was only a couple of counter attacks where they almost nicked it 2-0. But why didn't we do that earlier? Why didn't we bring them on earlier? I just don't actually understand, because the pace of Alanga, Greenwood and Fernandes, I thought could have caused them much more problems if we'd brought them on earlier and we just let the game fizzle out. I didn't really think, apart from that one shot from Greenwood where he saved it with his foot, I didn't really think we'd done it nowhere near enough in that second half. And some of these players are playing for their futures. Van der Beek, Mata, even Lingard, Martial is the prime one who's playing for his future, and has played like fucking dog shit again this evening. And I mean, I don't see that cunt being at Manchester United past January. I really don't, because he's not performing at all when given the opportunity. I mean, do people think that Van der Beek has done enough now to claim a place in the starting lineup? Unfortunately not, and this is just the way the football is. People have been crying out for him to obviously start a game of football and play 90 minutes. He has done this. He has done this evening, but have any of these players in the squad done it enough to warrant a place in the first 11 again on Saturday? And my answer is no. I don't think any of them have, and it's just the way it is. The good thing about obviously Jesse Lingard coming in recent games is that he's made an impact from the substitutes bench and put it into the manager's mind that he's got to start playing him. And players like Martial, Van der Beek, I know it's harsh, Mata, if they've only played for 4 or 5 minutes a game, they've got to do something, create a goal, score a goal, do something in the game out of the blue to try and get back in this team, because the likes of Ronaldo and Greenwood and all these men are ahead of them. And I mean, it's disappointing for the players as much as it is for the fact that we're now out, and we've got the likes of Cavani and Rashford to come back, which is a kick in the bollocks, because both of them would have been probably playing this evening had they been fit, and that would have made a massive difference. But obviously then Manchester United might have been able to get further in the competition and give these players more game time, because now the worrying factor for me is that some of these players, including the likes of Cavani, are not going to get adequate game time, because there's not going to be the games to give them it in. And this competition was a great opportunity to do that. There were still lesser teams in this competition for Manchester United to get in the next round. Yes, this was against a hard Premier League team, but they've changed about 10 players this evening, so it's not really an excuse of why Manchester United have lost this game of football, in my opinion. We've not done enough in that game of football in order to put the ball in the fucking back of the net, in my opinion. Not second half. that when we were 1-0 down, I thought, I mean, we've gone for it, but we just haven't done enough to put that ball in the back of the net. And I'm really annoyed with this, as I say, because these players, some of these players are playing for their fucking futures, and that's how it is. Manchester United, you've got to be on your A game, or someone else is going to come in and replace you. And it's even disappointing because Alanga hasn't got enough game time in this game, and I would have brought him on at half time for a Mata, a Van der Beek, any of these players, Martial, because none of these players are contributing at this moment in time, in my opinion, enough for Manchester United. And I would have just made the change because I don't think any of them players were going to get Manchester United back in the game, and none of them did get Manchester United back in the game. And even Sancho, I mean, he's been out of form. I mean, was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer risking this team? Because yes, I went for a under par lineup in my preview of this game, but we did know that the threat from West Ham, and that they're a very good side, even though they've made a lot of changes in this game, they're still a very good side, and we do know that. But did he underestimate it and not have the likes of Ronaldo on the bench? I mean, where was Ronaldo tonight? Where was Pogba on the bench? I mean, did we need them? I know it's no excuse. We should have still done better than this, with the fact that West Ham have made 10 changes and basically put out a second string as well. And we're talking that the Manchester United got better strength in depth. But that is just my overall thinking. Was he taking this game too lightly? Does he not want to be in the competition? I'm not too sure, but it is going to hinder Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Whether it is a big part in played in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, whether he's here as manager next season, it could well be, because this was a great opportunity for him to get some silverware this season. Other teams are putting out under par teams. We've seen Liverpool, we've seen Chelsea, we've seen a lot of these teams putting out under-strength teams. If Manchester United had gone for this competition, it's a competition that we were capable of winning if maybe we put out a stronger team, and in hindsight maybe that could have been the case, but at least have had the likes of Ronaldo on the bench, because obviously it was a bit of a concern with the likes of Jadon Sancho being so out of form as well as the other players. I don't even think the likes of Martial are out of form now. I just think that this is his form, and he's just turned to absolute shit. I mean, he hasn't been very good for about 16 months now, and it is getting beyond a joke, really, the performances that some of these players are putting in on the wages that they put in for Manchester United. But that is why these are not the A team players. This is a B team for Manchester United. This isn't a first team lineup. We know that, but we go again against Villa at the weekend. Hopefully we can get back to winning ways, because that wasn't good enough for Manchester United this evening. A lot of these though won't play in that game. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm pissed off, but that is the way it is. I don't like Manchester United ever losing. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you're watching this on Facebook, hit that share button. It does help me out, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.